Juwan, just you said Tony. There's all these UDFAs in this roster. Obviously, it's hard to find a draft pick at the skill position at times.
Yeah.
How is that something you guys kind of embrace as you kind of go into the season?
Uh, we kind of put it like this. I mean, even as being UDFAs and us coming into here, we have, I guess you would say, a chip on our shoulders. Knowing that we have to come in here, we have to grind to get a spot. Whether that's special teams and doing extra work. A lot of guys that don't have to do as much as we have to do. Like we have to do everything, right to make a roster, everything right to make an impression. So, we always had to do something that was more than other guys had to do. So whether that's pushing ourselves, staying up after, watching film, we had to do everything right. So, I mean, obviously, a lot of guys are reaping the benefits of that, and it's looking good. Like guys like Tony Marquez, like it's looking pretty good for us.
You wear that almost as like a badge of honor if you guys can make this roster and contribute.
Yeah, it would be great. I mean, guys like me and Tony, some part of the year, we were sitting up in the skybox watching the game. So, that's something going into the offseason we had, going into it that you don't want to have that feeling anymore of watching the game and and watching and knowing that you want to be out there playing. And so the biggest thing for me, going into the season was not having that feeling again. Having that call, last cuts was kind of a heartbreaker, but it kind of left me with all right, like I don't want to have this feeling again, and kind of working hard and making a change.
It looks like do you feel like there may be? I'm not sure if it's pressure, just knowing that there is a kind of sense of urgency when you look at practice today, and there's only like three guys in the position group that are tied in. I mean, is there concern at that position right now?
I don't think they're necessarily concerned. I mean, we've always been in those spots before. I mean, I played with two tight ends in the game and played with three tight ends during practice. So to me, it's just another day to get after and get work. I mean, the one thing you don't want to do is try to put pressure on yourself or try to get out of whack. Because when you mess up, and you only have a couple guys left. It kind of looks bad. So the one thing you want to do is just go out there with confidence and try to do your job. You don't want to do too much, get too sexy. You mess things up, and so yeah, the biggest thing is just doing your job. When you have that lesser guy, you got three guys, just do your job.
Well, the way you've been handling that seam route, you did it again today with Taysom. I mean,
Hmm.
you look to be on track to maybe have a significant role in the game plan. But isn't it a little different when all of a sudden, like, you're out there practicing, there's no Troutman and no Van Atten? I mean, it's different,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, you see those guys smile, during the Indian stuff and warm ups. It is kind of tough not seeing them, but it is the name of the game. Guys get hurt and guys step up. Guys make plays. You had Ethan, you had Griff today. Stepping up and making big plays, making big blocks today. So, I mean, obviously, it's all the name of the game. It's just next man up. That's been how it's been since football started. Next man up. So, it's been good watching those guys. Step up today and doing their thing. Guys like me stepping up again today, just kind of putting the pieces together for a season. We got to play 11 guys no matter who it is. So we just got to step up and make plays.
So you could have conceivably have a considerably larger workload in week one than you might otherwise
Yeah,
have had, right? I mean,
yeah.
you're kind of the
Well,
veteran of the bunch now.
right. Yeah. Well, these are things that you pray for. You kind of pray for just a larger role and kind of doing the thing. But this is something that I've worked for. So it's not nothing I'm scared of or I'm afraid of anything. It's something that I've worked for, worked hard on. So all it is just getting after it and getting the work done and helping the team out so we can do what we need to do to win games and and obviously win practices as well.
Juwan, where do you feel you're at? Let's say you have that extra responsibility, and Coach Payne's running, trusting you, and running right behind you at the point of attack.
Mhm.
And that's old school,
Right.
just run blocking.
Right.
Where do you feel you're at right now with that?
Well, obviously, there's still work for me to do. I mean, I'm a lighter guy, obviously, but the thing is, I don't have a mindset of a little guy. I mean, that's the one thing that I try to go into every game. Not have a mindset that you may be bigger than me, but the game's all about leverages too. It's all about leverage. It's not all about strength and bronze a lot of the times, and a lot of it's angles. And so, what I have to do is work my technique, which Dan Roshar has been working with me on constantly every day. I see you guys see me over there, restarting a bunch. But he's really trying to hone in on my technique, trying to perfect it so we can get the ball movement. So I can stay in the game. Not only on pass plays but run plays as well.
Is it possible you might have to eat more than as a
I don't necessarily have to eat more. I mean, I'm eating a bunch, but the biggest thing is just me. Like I said, it's all about leverage. It's all about angles. So the food is going to come. Like I said before, I'm in New Orleans, so I'm going to be eating. But The biggest thing is just attacking my leverage, getting my pads low, and just working what I need to work.
I know you put on some weight this season, but it does seem like your speed is kind of maintained.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like for me, a big credit to the strength staff, but I mean a lot of it is just what I tried to do this whole off season. I mean I knew I had to put on some weight, but I know my advantage was going to be my speed going against linebackers and safety. So not lifting as much, but doing some things, bands and resistant bands was going to help me give me my strength, but also maintain my speed.
How do you find that balance though? Making sure that you are getting where you want to be weight wise,
Right.
but not do it for the sake
Right.
of maybe losing a step.
Well, I read yesterday that smart people ask questions. So the one thing I try to do is try to ask a bunch of questions because I'm not gonna act like I know it all. So I mean, I try to ask a lot of people, what can I do to try to gain some strength, but also maintain my speed and put on some weight as well. And talking to Coach Payton in the beginning of camp, he just said he didn't want me too big. I feel like that's just because putting on a lot of weight would kind of slow me down. It kind of slow down the plan that he has for me. So. I just think that I took heed to that, just knowing that I didn't have to put on a dramatic amount of weight. Just keep my speed and put on enough so I can get the job done.